Well, do you remember when I was getting in trouble
You get
repeatedly?
in trouble all the time. You get in trouble all the time, anywhere we go. What are you talking about?
The docent was yelling at me because I was using a pen or something.
Oh, God. Well, if you're not getting yelled at the museum, you're not doing the museum right. Any museum. That's true.
No, but I always remember being able to like paint or not. You know, we would go to the museum as an art class to draw the paint. You know, from these masterpieces. Like we had assignments where we would have to go, and so I was just like, "What? You're not allowed to draw?"
The Barnes Foundation, you are now. I got yelled at.
Really? Because I feel like
when the Barnes Foundation was still in the house, you draw just for the hell of it because you want to get yelled at. You know, it's like, I got yelled at the Barnes Foundation. As a badge of honor. So why not go into the Philadelphia Museum of Art with a pen?
Yeah. And
start drawing. You're not hurting anything.
Yeah.
You're just making somebody yell at you. It's like this sort of like passive protest of, I'm drawing here. I'm trying to learn and you can't like give me that. You know, it's not like you brought your easel and your oil paints.
Do you remember the guy had the pen and I heard him click his pen, the docent?
Yeah, you were
and I
drawing.
Turned and I looked and I go,
yeah.
Watch
that
your
sounds,
pen.
That sounds like a good Nadia story time.
That would be. I have to kind of think of.
We got to save that one up.
What happened there? Today, I'm going to tell you a story about one of the many times that I have been yelled at an art museum. We took a day trip down to the Philly Museum of Art, and like a good art student, I brought my sketchbook and I brought this little watercolor kit and a pen. And I usually post up in museums and kind of sketch. I get really inspired there. Like usual, that's what I was doing. I had been painting for a little bit of time, but then, you know, a certain docent caught me and came up and yelled at me and said for me to put my paints away. And I don't know, as an art student, I've always kind of done that, and I didn't think it was a problem. I didn't know you weren't allowed. But I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll try my pen. And I scooted away to find another room. I got out my pen and I started working in my sketchbook and kind of working on some other thing. And then sure enough, here comes another docent, walks up to me and is like, "Excuse me, but is that a pen?" And, you know, at this point, I'm kind of irritated and I'm just thinking, you've got to be kidding me. I can't even use a pen in this place. I kind of look at him and I'm like, no, it's not a pen, actually. And he was kind of naive. He believed me, at least for a moment. And then I put it away. And then not 2 seconds later, this guy clicks his pen. And I turn. Oh, is that a pen? Caught in his double standard. Caught him in the act. Point for the artists. It wouldn't be a day at the art museum for me without getting yelled at. But I got to yell back. She has a show on BCTV.
Okay.
It's for the community theaters.
Yeah, I know.
I want my own. I know. I was on it several times too because she
needs people. She needs a warm body to talk to. It's because she'd look crazy if she didn't.
I know. We need some warm bodies to talk to.
We need some warm. I'd take a cold body at this point.
I know. Well, we got a cold body right here.
Yeah, we
got Jesus on the floor.
Son of a bitch named Jesus.
Yeah.
Not the God or anything. Just the turtle.
That's what will get us notoriety. Is that we keep like screaming at Jesus, you know, and people will be like, "That is so offensive." It's like, well, it's our turtle.
It's just a
but anyway,
it has nothing to do with the Christian
it is a
thing.
cold blooded body that is in the room. We should get him to have a conversation with us.
He knows how to avoid the cameras and not bump them, so that's why he's allowed to be in the room.
Our neighbor Joey, he's kind of a dick.
Hey, you came as Woody, huh? Should have come as a pumpkin, you little pumpkin cranium-headed freak. Hey, where you going? I was gonna put a candle in your head. There you go, little guy. There you go, sweetheart. God, all the boys are princesses and all the girls are G.I. Joe. How about this? Extra candy bar for every push-up you can do on my porch right now. Oh my God, I stand corrected. There you go, Tiger. I'd say you look gay, but you'd probably take it as a compliment. Wow, look at that. I didn't know killer whales can make it out of water that long. Should I give you fishies or candy? How about something low-cal?
Our neighbor Joey, he's kind of a dick.
I don't know why I never...
I didn't want to take home ec, so I was like, okay, art.
I don't know why I never did an art class when I was in school.
Yeah, because you kind of seem artsy, but I've never seen you particularly hands-on, but you do, like, mechanical stuff.
But I love to be hands-on, like I do it. I feel like I get very wrapped up, and I don't know, you might not have this since you are an artist, but, so I like to draw. I draw, like, all the time. I draw dumb sketches for everybody. And I'm not good at it, but I'm not bad at it. Like, I can draw, like, a fun caricature of you, and that's a good time. But I feel like the commitment anxiety I get to it is so high. Like, if I'm drawing it more than just, like, dicking around for
fun,
myself, yeah. I get, like, I don't even want to do this.
Okay.
Has Japanese affected your art at all? Like learning another language, has that affected you at all? That is a good question.
That is a good
Because we've been at Japanese for a year. Over a year. Mm-hmm. And really starting to ramp it up now and everything. Has that changed you?
Well, I know it's changed you.
Yokoso, painting with Pochan, and konnichiwa.
You made that whole painting of, it was like the stack of things in
still in progress,
Japan.
Yeah,
it's still in progress. It might have been up and...
It's behind you right now.
Yeah.
But
behind,
not
you can't see.
Yeah, behind you can't see it.
It might have been in one of the other films,
it's
actually.
It's in Painting with Pochan too. So you'll see it very soon. Very soon. It's not finished, but you'll see it very soon.
Yes.
Oh wait, you're supposed to be doing accents, not me.
Our neighbor Joey, he's kind of a
Oh hey, little safari girl. How cute, how cute. Oh ho, gypsy. Don't steal my wallet or any... Hey, wait a minute. It's my wallet. I'm taking this back. Yeah, you better run. And there you go. And oh hey, you're Tina's little girl. You came dressed as your mother, a witch, bad skin and all. Say hi to your mom for me. Trick or treat. Oh! Oh, yeah, real original! I guess that's what you get for giving a little extra on Halloween.
Our neighbor Joey, he's kind of a dick.
It has inspired my art, the Japanese thing. Going back to that, It's inspired my art in my sketchbooks, most definitely. And using the kanji more and, you know, Mount Fuji. I'm very inspired by landscapes. I've always been inspired by the Japanese prints.
Same here.
So it's just kind of like delving more into that. So yeah, it has been inspiring. I actually got kimonos to dye.
That's right.
They're not traditional kimono, yeah, but they're that kind of style. I would like to try to find some other kind of stuff like that. But you know,
yeah, that sakura.
Yeah, so I've definitely
print.
had.
It's getting in there.
Yeah, it's definitely getting.
Getting in there. So
most definitely
in a big way.
Always
and
inspired
we just
life.
Did a poster. Maybe Japanese is getting too into our shit.
I know.
Like
yeah,
we just did a poster with sumo babies, but that's cute, and it had to do with wrestling. So it's like Greco-Roman or sumo. Sumo's far more identifiable. Like, what is he drawing? What is he drawing through all these shots? And then it's like, oh, it's babies jumping on a bed, turning into some sort of like garland in a way. It's a baby garland. That's what I'll do from now on. Just draw little figures in garland shape. Babies, like, you draw them like this, like that, and that's their body. It's just fat. It's just all fat. And then arms, the same thing. Just as fat. The fatter you can make them, the better they are. It's really funny. No neck, never any neck. Double chin usually, if you can. If you can swing it. Just round them out.
It is interesting, the film, and like how yellow the guy, the little Southern Asian sumo, he looked so yellow on the camera, as opposed to in real life or in this dimly lit living room.
He still looks very yellow.
Yeah, still on the film.
It's fine.
Just the strangest thing, and I'm wondering what it's going to look like when it's scanned, because that gets interesting too with colors. And then we can also
we can fix it in post.
Because this pink, for some reason, is not getting, it's not cutesy pink enough for me.
I think it's funny. I think it's just the way this thing records, but even that bear looks very yellow. You're definitely pushing this medium to its
drink.
It definitely needed that wallpaper. It gives it a certain rustle to it.
Anyway, so I have a story quickly. Okay. I live in a city, and across the street from me and down the street, maybe so across is a park, and then so maybe 3 houses down is the man called the Yelling Man, and it's just, I don't know, some crazy guy moved in there a year ago. And I say crazy, and that's awful. He definitely, something's wrong with him. But he lives by himself, and he just yells and screams all day and all night. And he lays on his stoop out front and just screams. And it doesn't stop. All day and all night. He doesn't have a job.
He's been there for a year?
He's been there for a year. And that's it. I have not. He's been really bad the last 3 weeks, which is why I brought it up, because I feel
what does he yell about?
He doesn't. He's
inaudible.
I have a video, so I can actually show it to you. And
wow.
This is, well, not show it to you, but just
a year. He's been there for a year now.
He's been there for a year, and
well, yeah, because I think you could call. Probably the crazy house to take him away.
So I called the city last week because it got to the point where I work from home, so I hear it all day, and I'm starting to yell too soon enough. I'm before I know it, I'm gonna end up on my stoop screaming all night. And so I called the city, and I was just so you guys know, I don't know if this man needs help or what's going on. I didn't want to call the police. I didn't want to get them involved whatsoever. Sure enough, a bunch of cop cars show up, and then they immediately left, and then they called me back, and the cop was like, he left a message that was like, that's just his baseline. And I was like, what the fuck? What does that mean? Anyway, this is what I hear every single night, every single day. And starting at like...
So they can't do anything about it?
No.
And I'm sure other people on the block have complained.
No one else has ever... I don't know.
You've never seen the cops there before, like...
I've seen the cops there maybe like twice.
Someone's got to have an animal that's being affected by that.
This is what it is. All day, all night, every single moment of my fucking life.
Wow.
And
it's gonna be hard to move from there, you know.
Well, I don't own the house
and stuff
so
like that. Could you imagine being a realtor trying to sell something on that block?
It'd be awful. I'd be like,
my god, he only comes out between
like,
2 and 3.
Yeah, and it's like
this is not normal.
In the morning, and he's out there, and he leaves his front door open all the time, and he sleeps in the front room next to the door. And then he lays on the stoop.
Serious mental issues.
I know, and I'm like, someone needs to help this guy.
How is this guy then like paying for his house?
I have no idea what's going on. It is wild.
Oh man.
So there's the story of the yelling man.
That's good. Let's end on that.